Dave,
1320.
was in here earlier, he was just talking about just some of the all-guys at bats that he's either been having or been seeing from this team. What's gotta be the key just to kind of having some of those pivotal moments and the timely hitting that you wanna see from this group, since the quality of at bats has been there thus far?
Yeah, you know what, I thought, first time through, I thought we were fantastic. I really did. Tonight's gonna be a similar test as far as pitcher. And then I felt the second time around, we fell off as far as quality of at bat. I think it's just sort of, being aggressive early, but then the ability to win pitches as we get deeper in the count. And I think if you look at early count hitting, they were better last night. And then as far as with 2 strikes, winning pitches late, fouling pitches off, they were better. And that's sort of, the tale of the 2 offenses last night. So today's a different day. The psyche, the mentality, the mindset is good from our guys. But yeah, I do feel good in the sense that similar type of profile, with Gausman versus Yasevich last night.
Last row straight ahead, Mitch. Dave, I'm just wondering, what are your memories of managing Max Scherzer?
Max, he's one of one, great competitor. Don't want to touch him during outings. Don't want to pat him on the backside. Wants to be the guy, and so I really enjoyed managing a future Hall of Famer. He's very smart. He's a baseball player first, then a pitcher. Yeah, it's going to be a good test for us. Game 3.
What is unique about his preparation compared to other starters?
Not unique, but it's very focused. It's very intentional. He does a lot of his own homework. He's very prepared. He asks a lot of questions, a lot of it from the hitter's perspective, which is really smart. And not just kind of going at it from the pitcher side. He kind of wants to know what hitters think. So very unique in that way.
Second row on your right, Dave.
Well, Dave, Shohei was booed in your chants at him yesterday. From what you've learned from Shohei, how does he receive that and go on to do what Shohei normally does?
Well, I don't think he understood the chants. So that's one part of it. As far as being booed, I think that he understands why he was booed. And I don't think he minds it. I don't think it necessarily fuels his fire. I think I've used this word with Shohei a lot. He's just a really good compartmentalizer. So I don't think it really affects him. And he's just there to just do his job.
Last row on your left with David.
Dave, you're sticking with Pages again tonight. He struggled this postseason. We know what you want out of that 9 spot. Was there any consideration about maybe giving Call a start tonight because of the quality of at-bats that he's shown you? What are you seeing with Pages, and what does he have to show you to continue to get opportunities on this stage?
Very fair. He has struggled this postseason. And what I need from him is to have quality of bat, to be able to get on base, to win 3-2 pitches. He's playing very sound defense, which is a big part of why he's in there. Being in the 9 hole, I'm not expecting him to carry the offense, but still be a contributor. I have contemplated other, decisions. I'm keeping a close eye on it. But yeah, I mean, I still need to see some kind of uptick in consistency of performance. So when and if I decide to change, I haven't decided that, but I'm being mindful.
Go 1 row ahead to Jack.
Just with the offense overall, how have you evaluated the quality of at-bats, especially in like those leverage situational spots when you guys have built innings but maybe not had been able to turn them into bigger opportunities?
I think I'm not going to just look at last night. I think just in totality, in the postseason, I think that we can be better. I think that we have done a nice job at times of building innings. But when it comes down to, you know, winning a pitch, you know, getting a base hit, hitting the ball the other way, whatever it might be, taking a walk. We haven't been great with situationally. We really haven't in the postseason. So, you know, my hope is that, you know, once we create stress, then we can sort of finish off innings. So, yeah, I think we're doing a good job of getting there, but we got to do a better job of finishing, which I think that we're certainly capable of doing that.
Again, can a game like last night serve almost as like a reality check for the offense or a reset of just knowing, like, for as good as the pitching staff has been up to this point of the postseason, knowing the kind of lineup you guys are facing, just kind of what they're going to need to produce in this series to put you guys where you want to be?
Yeah, I think so. You know, these guys aren't going to go away. They're very confident. It's a very talented team. And so, yeah, whether you get a 2-run lead, you got to continue to tack on. You got to get to the pen, and you got to beat those guys up and keep kind of building on innings. And so, certainly, seeing what those guys can do offensively is noted. Yeah.
Bill in the third row up front.
Yeah, just quickly, when you say Shohei didn't understand the chance, do you mean he couldn't hear them clearly? Or
Well,
didn't
I think
understand
that
the
it was
motivation?
more, I think he was hitting, and it was muddled until I heard it, but I wasn't hitting. And so my point being is that I understand he understands the language, but he's still hitting in the box. I don't think his focus was on a chant.
And what are those center field options? Is Tommy Edman an option, or is that just off the table?
You know, it's been off the table, you know, because of potential injury risk, and I'm not quite sure. He hasn't taken a fly ball out there in a month, so I'm just not sure where he's at.
And then Kike, too much of a drop off defensively to move him?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of the thought of just kind of, he hasn't played, he's probably played a handful of innings in center field all year, and he's been plus in center field. And so, you know, when you're in the middle of the diamond, the defense certainly matters. But so does the offense. So I think it's, for me, trying to, you know, weigh it all and sum it up, but it's not Andy's sole responsibility, you know, as far as the offensive inconsistencies. I just refuse to put that on, you know, a 9-hitter.
Stay there with Sonia.
Dave, you know, obviously keeping Tommy on the field and playable is kind of the most important thing, but how has not having him available to play the outfield kind of limited some of your lineup construction?
It really has. You know, part of Tommy's value is his versatility and his willingness to do anything on the diamond. And with the ankle, it was made clear to me that second base is the best way to keep him on the field and healthy. And so we've done that. He's been healthy. He's performed. And so, but yeah, to not have him, the ability to kick him out to the outfield is certainly, you know, minimize some of that versatility. Absolutely.
Good
And
Barry.
have you set your starters for games 3 and 4 yet?
Tyler will throw game 3, and then Shohei will go game 4.
Good Barry up front, Dave.
Hey, Doc, back to their offense a little bit. What Schneider said last night was that it's important for them to keep you guys in the strike zone. So, but I would think the counter to that is to have a guy like Yamamoto who can pick apart the strike zone